We are inside and under the roof tonight here at Rogers Center in Toronto, Ontario. Ought to be a good one here between the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and the Toronto Blue Jays. Major League Baseball on MLB Network coming up right after this. Clayton Richard, a lefty from Indiana, is on the mound here. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, lefty Clayton Richard, this guy's been around for a long time. Not an overpowering guy from the left side. At one time, he was in the low to mid-90s, but he consistently sits 92, 93, has the big overhand curveball, will mix in a straight changeup. The key to Clayton Richard, getting the fastball over for strikes to get a chance to use the off-speed stuff.
Count remains 2-2. Another try at 2-2. And a good pitch there as this is swung on and missed for the first out of the ball game. And with that, let's take a look at the Angels starting lineup. Danny, who stands out to you?
You know, I'm excited to watch Justin Upton right now. This guy is one of 3 American League Silver Sluggers in the outfield. You know how many outfielders there are in the league? A lot. And he walked away with one of the Silver Sluggers. This man can hit.
Stepping up now, Mike Trout, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. The 1-1 is taken for strike 2. Richard, playing here in his age 34 season. He was an 8th round selection back in 2005.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
And set up behind the plate is Ricky Holiday, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Hey, D-Row, you better be up there ready to swing with Ricky Holiday behind the plate, particularly on that high pitch.
Yeah, and I don't like that, Dan. As an offensive player, that's the one pitch that you almost can't get to with a power guy on the mound. I'm okay with you giving a little bit on the corners, but you start giving north, it makes it super tough on the hitters.
Just getting started at the Rogers Center. Grounded back up the middle. Biggio scoops it up, and there are 2 away now.
And this is not an easy play when you have to range to your right. He really didn't have a chance to get his feet set, so this is all arm. Nicely done.
Into the box, Justin Upton. Ball and 2 strikes to count now with the bases empty and 2 away.
Hey, that 2-seam fastball is going to be the be-all, end-all of this game right here. Who's going to execute? Is the pitcher going to be able to keep going to that well, or is the offense going to be able to make an adjustment and hit that ball in the gap? When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
You know, with 2 outs and nobody on, that's the last thing you want to do on the mound. That really gives the opposition some hope that they can do something with this inning.
Cole Calhoun will stand in now. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. There's ball 4.
Oh, man, I think this walk is going to grind at him for a bit. He just missed, and now the inning continues with a man in scoring position.
Takes this the other way to right. And that's in there, base hit. And the throw in gets away from him. And he is in to score from second as the throwing mistake defensively came back to factor into that one.
Hey, there's a good job of battling right there, D-Row. Pitcher had the advantage with 2 outs, 2 strikes. You're 1 pitch away, and boy, what a terrific piece of hitting right there.
Yeah, that's a great job right there. Some guys are not afraid to hit with 2 strikes. They'll take that pitcher deep in the count, feeling comfortable about it. That's the type of hitter this guy is, and he was able to come through.
In now, Tommy La Stella. A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Grounded up the first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Angels get just the one. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. The Angels are out in front, 1-0. Jose Suarez, the Venezuelan left-hander, will be the man on the mound. What's your take on him, Dan?
Well, Matt, the first thing we're going to find out is how well this guy pitches with little sleep. I can't imagine knowing that you're going to be the next day starting pitcher the night before. This is a young guy making his first start. Listen, you can only make your debut one time, so there has to be lots going on in this guy's mind. Hopefully he can settle down early and pitch well in his debut.
Stepping up to the plate, number 5. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
Decided to go with a fastball there on 0-2, but what he's trying to do with that pitch is to expand the strike zone. Maybe you get a guy to offer at it, but at the very least, it helps set up your off-speed stuff.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
Down the first baseline, but this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but foul. Payoff pitch one more time. And he'll finally just wear him down as this one swung on and missed for the first out. With that, let's take a look at the Blue Jays starting lineup. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
You know, I'm looking forward to see what this guy can do in that 5-hole. You can bet the opposition spent a decent amount of time crafting a game plan to stop this guy, because as he goes, so goes the team. You stop him, you've got a chance to win. You don't, you're probably going to lose.
Now at the plate, Vladimir Guerrero. He'll get to take his first cuts here. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field, and it's gone. A solo shot here to left as the Blue Jays are even now at 1 run apiece.
Well, his offense spotted him a run in the top of the inning, and he just gave it right back. That's what happens when you plant one in a hitter's wheelhouse. Sent out of here in a hurry.
Standing in now, number 13. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1. Ready on 3-1. Here it comes. And here's a slider that misses below the knees. It's ball 4.
Batting fourth, second baseman.
Coming to the plate now, Calvin Biggio. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there, 2 away.
Wow, that's awfully impressive right there. The pitch before was really close. Called the ball. What does he do? He comes back with a better pitch and gets the punch out.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2. The 2-2 pitch. Waved at and missed for the 3rd out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. But the Jays are able to tie things up thanks to the solo home run. We'll head to the top of the 2nd. All even now at 1-1. Ready now for L.A., Luis Renfroe. The 1-2. Line towards center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So it's a good start for the Halos as their leadoff hitter reaches base.
He's lucky it's only a single back up the middle and not a double in the gap or a home run. Pitches like that in a show get absolutely hammered.
Stepping in now, Dustin Garneau. Changeup, and that fades down and away, 2-2. Renfroe gets his lead at first, nobody out. Here's another 2-2. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
All right, guys, time for a look at how the Toronto Blue Jays set up on defense today. And let's take a look at infielder Freddie Galvis, a guy who bounced around in the early part of his career, but his glove is his calling card, and he's settled at one of those premium positions up the middle, and look for him to have a big day on defense.
Striding into the box, Will Tovar. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. Now a snap move over to first and a dive, but he's back in there. The 1-1 home, and they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Runner on first here with 1 gone and a 1-1 tie. And he'll step off and fire to the bag. And the runner back safely. Now the 2-1 pitch. Runner's on the move for second. Takes this the other way to right. And that's in there. Base hit. The throw to third. And he is in there.
Boy, is that a thing of beauty right there. Hit and run to perfection, D-Row. Runners at first and third.
That's exactly what you're trying to do. You don't see it in today's game too much. There's a lot of moving parts, a lot of walks, homers, and strikeouts. But right there, manager sets it in motion, and the hitter just executes to perfection.
Into the box, David Fletcher in the air down the line in left. And this is going to wind up as extra bases as that'll play 1 for sure and maybe a second. And he's in safely to third as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play.
Well, you can see what happens here. He's so focused on lining up to make his throw that he forgets one small detail. You got to catch it first, so he gets tagged with an error, as well he should.
Digging in to try it again, Mike Trout. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work.
Yeah, the pitching coach would hate to go to the bullpen this early in the game, but sometimes you have no choice. On the flip side, he might just get in his face a little bit out there, try to challenge him, wake him up from his funk. Either way, we'll see how it works.
Now to the plate, Justin Upton. He could really open this lead up early if he can deliver here with the bases loaded. Bases are loaded with only 1 out. Out in front as this is skied in the air to straightaway left. Waiting on it, the left fielder. And that's the second out of the inning. And even with 2 outs now, they decide to hold that runner at third.
Now batting, right fielder, Cole Calhoun.
Digging in, Cole Calhoun. Given the situation, he's got an opportunity to break this game wide open. Tovar on third. Fletcher over at second. Trout at first. 2 out in the inning. Got him. So the damage winds up not being as bad as it could have been, as they'll strand the bases loaded. The side is retired. 1 in the inning here for the Angels on a couple of hits. On now to the bottom of the second. It's the Angels 2 and the Blue Jays 1. Here's Randall Grichuk. He's set to lead off the home half of the second. The 1-2. The bouncer to the left side. There is La Stella. Throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Time for a look at the Angels on defense. And let's focus on Cole Calhoun. I feel one of the most underrated ball players in all the game. Gold Glove winner, makes some real highlight plays out there. Just got a nice feel for the game.
So digging in now, number 44. He's ready for his first AB here in this one. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2. The 2-2. Gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout. At the plate, Freddie Galvis will try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Now the 3-2 pitch. And he fouls this one off. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. Soft liner towards short, and this will be taken down no problem for the final out of the inning. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Here's Albert now, looking to follow up the RBI single from his first at-bat. Tapper right back to the mound. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Now batting.
Ready for another chance? Tommy La Stella. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Here's the 1-1. Changeup in for a strike. A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Is swung on and missed, strike 3.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
And that misses 2-2.
The classic back foot slider right there with 2 strikes. Usually gets a ton of swing and misses. Nice layoff right there. Fight for another pitch.
High in the air out to center field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Angels are gone in order. They lead it 2-1. Here's the catcher, Luke Maile. The 3-1 pitch. turned on down the line. Oh, look at the Stella. The throw to first in time. And that's a huge play to keep the leadoff man off base.
Number 5.
Standing in, number 5. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Popped him up. Tovar is calling for it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
The batter,
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Vladimir Guerrero. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. On the ground to third. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 8 in a row he's set down, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays. They still trail it here 2-1. Stepping into the box, Dustin Garneau. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
Wow, that's the case right there where a pitcher knows this guy's up there and he's in swing mode. That pitch wasn't even close to the strike zone, and he still swung at it.
And the fastball misses high and away there. It's full, 3-2.
You could pretty much book it that a fastball's coming. A challenge fastball right here. He cannot allow the 9-hole hitter to get on base with the top of the order looming.
Now a ball line softly down the left field line, but this will be a foul ball. He'll try it again, 3-2. Lifted in the air toward the line and right, but this is going to wind up a foul ball. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
Just flat out froze him there. Nothing too deceptive about that four-seam fastball, so I think he wasn't expecting it at all.
Ready for another shot now. David Fletcher. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Grichuk is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. Angels go down 1-2-3. They still lead it 2-1. Now in the box, number 13 reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone to protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
And now a good slider that doesn't quite catch the zone. It's 2-1 now. Tapper up the line. Foul ball, strike 2. 4th inning of a 2-1 ball game. Oh, and he struck him out as well, so he's carving right through the heart of this lineup as there are 2 away now.
Certainly not showing any signs of intimidation with these middle of the order guys. That's back-to-back Ks, and the 3 and 4 guys are harmlessly back in the dugout.
And that's on the outside corner, 1-2.
Boy, he looks strong out there on the mound this inning. He's got a chance to punch out the side in order and against the middle of the order, too.
The 1-2. Hit high and deep to left field. Fletcher going back on it. Still ranging back. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run. A solo shot here to left as the Blue Jays have rallied back to tie it at 2.
Oh, and that was really close to a long out. The left fielder had a beat on it, and he gave it a great effort, but he couldn't quite bring it back. Instead, it's a trip around the bases.
Into the box now, Rendell Grichuk. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. 2 runs on 2 hits. 1 error thus far for Toronto. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. A run for the Jays on the solo homer. We played 4, and we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Mike Trout ready to settle in and kick off the inning. Matt Vasgersian joined by Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac with you in the booth. And this one runs a little too far in. Ball 2. And this one's low here, so the count swells to 3-1. Justin Upton waits on deck. Takes this the other way to right. That's his first base hit, making 1 for 2 now. So the leadoff man reaches in their half of the 5th.
Well, this guy makes a living on hitting fastballs. Fall behind in the count, and you'll make you pay.
Yeah, Dan, you drive to the ballpark every night praying to get 1 3-1 count so your eyes can light up and you can guaranteed fastball let it eat.
And it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes, count.
The 1-2. A shot down the first baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2. That one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
Got to believe that runner from first is going to be in motion, especially in this situation. As an offensive player, just hit something hard because those defenders are going to be moving.
Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Runner from first crosses the plate. It's a 3-2 ball game.
And you know, there's just so few places in the strike zone where you can keep this guy from hitting the ball hard. That really is not that bad of a pitch. Just a little bit down and away, but he's all over it, and he cashes in a run on the double.
So 1-1 home. Misses. Ball 2. Now some definite signs of life in that Toronto bullpen. Both a lefty and a right-hander begin to throw. The 2-1 home. Takes a pitch for strike number 2.
A lot of times you see guys in the middle of the order get worked away, but not right here. They're keeping it inside on him.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt. But he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. Pulled toward right center field. Grichuk is in pursuit. He makes the catch, and the runner from second will tag and head for third. And the throw in gets away from him. And he'll make it up to third safely here with 1 away.
The first baseman, number 5.
Here's Albert now. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Set. Here's the 3-1. A high fastball is in there.
He might want that pitch back. Up and away, that's a pitch you can really drive if you have the right approach towards that opposite field gap.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Chopped weakly to the left. Guerrero fields it cleanly on to first, and there are 2 down.
Up next for the Angels, third baseman,
Here's Tommy La Stella now. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Popped him up. Biggio is there. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Angels do get a run in the inning on this RBI double. Halfway home tonight from Rogers Center. It's now 3-2 Angels. Standing in, number 44 comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. 3-2 pitch. Late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side. Another full count pitch on its way. Fly ball into straightaway left. Fletcher moves over. 1 away. Stepping into the box, Freddie Galvis hit it hard but lined out in his first at bat. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the 2nd out. So stepping in, Luke Maile. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2. 2 runs on 2 hits. 1 error thus far for Toronto. Now here's 1 hit in the air to the right side, and that'll get down for a base hit. So the bottom of the inning is still alive after the 2-out base hit.
Kind of looked like he had gotten his bearings there. Dan was going to have a 1-2-3 inning, but not the case, giving up that late 2-out knock.
Well, this lineup is so deep, 1 through 9, they can put a hurting on you, and they're making him work, and he's given up a lot of base hits so far in this one. So far, this has not been an easy one for this pitcher.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Very weakly on the ground. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and that is out number 3. Blue Jays held in check. Still a 3-2 ball game. Digging in once again, Luis Renfroe. He flew out in his last at bat. Line toward right center. That's in for a base hit, and he's 2 for 3.
Just an unbelievable piece of hitting right there. Staying on the inner half of that baseball right there. Staying to it and through it. Not coming around it and able to drive it the other way for a base hit.
Number 45 takes the mound as he's been called upon to pitch. Ball and 2 strikes to the Angels catcher. The 1-2 is a changeup that's looked at for a ball.
Wow, that was a close pitch on 1 and 2. The count's now on 2 and 2, but boy, that one very easily could have been called strike 3. Really close pitch.
Ripped down the first base line. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2 and 2. The 2-2. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Here now the 2-2. Now a ball lined to the left side, but this is a foul ball. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the third time. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his third tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out, a strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
Renfroe, a runner at first with one gone in the inning. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Richard shading to his right, and that's the second out of the inning. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, David Fletcher, 0 for 3 with an RBI in this one. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Angels leave one, and it remains a 3-2 ball game. Vladimir Guerrero will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ball game. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. Now the 3-2 pitch. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Now at the plate, number 13. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Three-two's our score here in inning number 6. Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. The 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
Here's a fastball now that's hit softly down the line to third. And a throw to Pujols is in time for the second out.
The batter, number 8, second baseman, Calvin Biggio.
Ready once again, Calvin Biggio. He got called out on strikes his last time through. He struck him out. The third time he's fanned in the game. Blue Jays go down in order. They trail 3-2. Back here at Rogers Center in Toronto. The Angels are out on top in this one as we get caught up on our game summary through the first 6 innings of play. Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout. A hit in 2 tries so far. Here's Trout waiting on the 1-1. Takes a good curveball at the knees.
Hey, I couldn't tell from up here if the hitter was taken all the way or sitting fastball and just got knee buckled. Either way, that was a really good curveball right there. Move on to the next pitch, but have that in the back of your mind.
Good changeup in the dirt, strike 3. And he makes the throw to first. Trout is retired, and there's one away.
Well, you know you made a real nice pitch when you bounce it in the dirt and you still get the hitter to swing at it. That tells me that there's a lot of deception in that pitch right now.
Standing in now, Justin Upton. And Upton lays off again, and he's in control of the count. It's 3-1. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Full count, 3-2. 3-2 pitch. A little bouncer. That rolls foul, and they'll do it again. The 3-2 one more time. Got him swinging in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Upton is retired, 2 down now. So now the Angels cleanup batter, Cole Calhoun, will attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Two and two, the count to Cole Calhoun. And he chased one there as this is bounced to short. Galvis has it. Throw on to first, gets him, and the side is retired. Angels are gone in order, but they still lead it 3-2. Stepping in for the Jays, Teoscar Hernandez. He'll be the man to lead things off here in the bottom of the 7th.
And that last at bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
The count now at 2-1. He's set. Here's the 2-2. This is on the ground over the first. And he'll get to the bag in time. What a do-it-yourself masterpiece.
Outstanding play over there at first. That ball was headed for the hole, but he pulled it in on a dive. Then great presence of mind to take it himself for the out.
In now, Brendel Grichuk. No contact there, and it's 1-2.
Can't say he's tickling around the zone. Those last 2 pitches were pretty much grooved right down the middle, but it didn't bite him.
The 1-2 pitch. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2. Here now the 2-2. It's a high drive to left. Back toward the wall, but he's going to run out of room. It's gone! Brendel Grichuk leaves the yard with a solo shot. And the Blue Jays are back to even now, tied 3-3. Certainly a home run worthy of show track, and we see here that ball was blasted off the bat at 116 miles an hour. The distance wasn't too shabby either. Into the box, number 44, lifted down the line in left. Fletcher on the move. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the second out.
Shortstop, ready. Galvin.
In now, Freddie Galvis. He went down on strikes last time up. Fouled off. The 1-2. In front of the changeup there as this is chopped foul at home plate. Pop high in the air. La Stella moving to his left. And that's the third out. Just one hit in the inning, but it was a big one right here as it ties the ball game. 7 complete here tonight. We're tied now at 3 apiece. Now at the plate, Albert Pujols. He was a ground out victim last time up. Ball and 2 strikes to Albert Pujols.
I'm no hitting expert, but you can't take a swing that's a whole lot more uglier than that one.
And this one's tapped foul at home plate. And Albert swings and misses as he's set down for the first out.
Well, you gotta love a live young arm. He's got an electric fastball. If he can learn to harness that and work in his solid secondary stuff, he's going to have a really nice career on the mound. Not everyone is gifted with a fastball like that.
Left side. Guerrero is up with it. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
The batter, number 4, second baseman, Luis Renfroe.
Digging in and looking for more, Luis Renfroe is looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Here's another 1-2. And it's fouled away. Here he comes again, 1-2. Frozen for strike 3, and that retires the side. Angels go down 1-2-3. No change in the score. It's 3-3. Cody Allen is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 37.
Striding in, Luke Maile, 1 for 2. He grounded out first time up and followed that with a base hit. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and have backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
1 out, nobody on. And he looks at a ball, 1-2.
As a hitter, you got to be staunch in your game plan. You know he has a nasty changeup, and you got to fight to make sure it's in the zone. That's a great take right there.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Just missed with a breaking ball.
Tried to work in the backdoor breaking ball there for a strikeout, but he just couldn't quite get it to come back to the corner. That's a really tough pitch to hit if you can spot it.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. Outside and a full count, 3-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he struck out again. That's the third time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
That was a big strikeout there, guys. The best pitchers have the ability to strike guys out when they really need to. And that second out was really important at this point of the game. Could be something we look back on later when the game's over.
Into the box now, Vladimir Guerrero. Fouled away. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. And a great inning here as he gets another punch out and strikes out the side in order. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Welcome back to MLB Network. A shot there of the nighttime beauty of this terrific Canadian city. And here now is Dustin Garneau. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. The 1-1. Misses for the second ball. Hit in the air to center field.
Waiting on it is Hernandez.
Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Now batting, Will Tovar.
Into the box now, Will Tovar. And he lets him off the hook there as this isn't even close for ball 4.
Well, he battled to get into a 3-2 count, but that pitch wasn't even close. Now he's got a man on with 1 out, so he's got to focus on trying to get the ground ball.
Digging in, David Fletcher is 1 away. The runner at first represents the potential go-ahead score. Double play is in order, however. Now the 2-1. Right side. And that's through for his first base hit in this one. And with that, the go-ahead runs up to second now with only 1 away.
Boy, that's one of the, I guess, the advantages of hitting with that hole between first and second base, D-Row. First baseman has to hold that runner on. That leaves that right side wide open.
Yeah, and credit the batter right there. Nice piece of hitting right there. Not trying to do too much. He took a look at the defense and saw where it was aligned and tried to beat him.
Stepping in now, Mike Trout. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
Now the 2-1. Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here. 3-1.
If he concedes the walk here, he's in real trouble of giving up a big inning. It's not all that bad yet, but dealing with the bases loaded will make it pretty tough to wiggle out of.
Seared down the first baseline, but this will wind up foul as he runs the count full now. Now the 3-2 pitch, and he takes a look at strike 3 called, and that's as important as they come there. 2 big outs now.
Big strikeout for the second out there, but he's not out of it yet. We'll see if he can feed off that K, wiggle out of the jam, and keep this game tied.
The 1-1 pitch. Fastball down near the shoe tops. Popped him up. Number 44 over to his left, and that ends the inning. No runs, a hit, 2 left. We're knotted up heading to the bottom of the 9th as the Jays try to walk it off. So coming to the plate, number 13. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
a knuckle curve that time. Got him swinging, and that's the first out.
On the mound, he's thinking, grab some pine, Rook. Listen, for almost everyone, the adjustment to hitting big league pitching is a big one. Some guys have success when they first get called up, but as soon as teams start figuring out how to get you out, that's when the learning process really starts.
Tovar takes charge out there, and he stays with it for the second out. So that'll bring in Teoscar Hernandez. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Renfroe comes up with it. Throw over to Pujols at first. He'll take care of him to end the inning. So they can't get that winning run home, and that means we'll have to go a little longer tonight to find a winner. 10th inning coming up, and we are all tied at 3 apiece. Cole Calhoun will... Joe Biagini, the 6'5" right-hander takes...
Number 31. And hitting for the Angels, number 41, Justin Ford. Now pitching for the Angels,
Jonathan Lucroy is into the ballgame here as he takes over behind the plate.
number 20.
Here's Randall Grichuk. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
Yeah, in this last at-bat, he hit a changeup out for a home run, so it'll be interesting this AB to see if they give him a steady diet of fastballs.
And there's one away.
Number 44.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, number 44. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And that is swung on and missed, and things are starting to look bleak here for the home 9. There are 2 away now.
Now batting, shortstop, ready.
Now batting, Freddie Galvis, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. The 2-1. His fastball taken high for a ball. The Jays find themselves losing in the late innings. What are your thoughts on this one, guys?
Yeah, Matty V, this is one of those that you kind of scratch your head and you go, wow, you hit the ball all over the ballpark, but still not enough offense. It just goes to show you this sport is still, D-Row, all about pitching.
It is. It begins and ends on that bump right there. And there's just so many facets to the game. Defense, base running. It's just not the team that hits the most.
And it's a 4-3 finish in this evening's ball game. Cody Allen earns the victory on the mound. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and the entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network. Have a good night, everybody.
Our final line score tonight, first for the victorious Angels. 4 runs on 10 hits. No errors. They left 12 men on base. For the Blue Jays, 3 runs, 4 hits. 1 error. They left 2 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 37 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at the Rogers Center, 50,516. The Blue Jays thank you for your continued support and remind you to please drive home safely.